Whispers at Blackthorn House, the London-Brighton highway cut through a lonely stretch of heathland, its hedgerows skeletal in the autumn wind. Drivers spoke of a crumbling manor that loomed over the road, Blackthorn House, its tower crooked against the sky like a watching sentinel. For decades it had been abandoned, but in the past 2 months, travelers whispered of a pale woman standing on the balcony at night, her hair streaming in the wind, her eyes fixed on the road below. Those who dared to look too long swore she lifted her hand and beckoned. Sherlock Holmes rarely entertained ghost stories. Yet when the latest witness was a railway inspector, a man of good standing and no imagination, as Holmes put it, he agreed to investigate. Watson and Holmes arrived just after dusk, their hired carriage stopping at the overgrown gates. The highway lay eerily still behind them. The house rose ahead, each shattered window catching the last light like the grin of some dead thing. Inside, the air was suffocatingly still. Dust motes swirled in the beam of Holmes's lantern, disturbed only by the faint groan of the floorboards. Somewhere deep in the house, something dripped steadily, like the ticking of a clock in another room. They searched in silence until Watson stopped abruptly. "Holmes. Did you hear that?" From the upper floor came the slow, deliberate sound of footsteps. Not hurried. Not hesitant. Just pacing. Holmes nodded but said nothing. They climbed the staircase, each creak beneath their feet swallowed by the oppressive darkness. At the end of the corridor, a pale figure emerged from the moonlight, a woman in a long, white gown, her face hidden by shadow. She did not move. Holmes, for the first time Watson could remember, hesitated. Then, in a voice that seemed smaller than usual, he called, "Madam." The figure lifted her hand and beckoned. A draft rushed through the hall, the lamps flickered, and in that instant, she vanished. They found no secret doors, no trapdoors, no footprints in the dust. Only the faint scent of lavender, impossibly fresh in the air. For the rest of the night, Holmes was quiet, his usual brisk certainty replaced by thoughtful frowns. At dawn, he discovered the truth. A mirror at the far end of the hall had reflected moonlight from a torn silk curtain, creating the shape of a woman. The footsteps were caused by wind rattling loose planks above the ceiling, case closed, and yet that lavender scent lingered in the air, even as they left the house behind. Holmes did not speak of it again.